And good evening, I'm Lori Stokes. Today's announcement is a stark contrast from where we stood about a year ago. New York, once the epicenter of the pandemic, now has one of the lowest positivity rates in the country. And to help mark our progress, New York is planning a massive vaccination celebrate tonight with fireworks scheduled across the state to honor essential workers. Lisa Evers is live now in Lower Manhattan, where the local festivities are set to get underway in just a few hours. Lisa?
Well, Lori, this is the day, as you know, New Yorkers have been waiting for more than 15 months, the end of the COVID-19 restrictions and a big step forward in pandemic recovery. To celebrate, Governor Cuomo's ordering fireworks statewide, including a big display here at New York Harbor.
What does 70% mean? It means that we can now return to life as we know it.
With that, Governor Cuomo made good on his pledge that when the state reached the threshold where 70% of adult New Yorkers had received at least one shot of the coronavirus vaccine, the mandates that drastically changed our daily lives would be lifted effective immediately. Cuomo says we went from being the state most affected by COVID-19 to the first to be protected.
We led the nation. We led with Nurse Sandra Lindsay, who was the first at Northwell to take that vaccine and to say to people, it is okay, it is safe. And we've gone on to do more than 20 million vaccines, more per capita than any big state.
Not every area of the state is at the 70% level. 7 of the state's 25 lowest vaccination rate zip codes, some at roughly half the average, are in New York City. 6 of them are in Brooklyn, in predominantly ultra-Orthodox neighborhoods and communities of color. The mayor says it's the right time to ease the strict rules, but the push to vaccinate must continue.
We understand that in some communities there's been particular hesitancy. The way to address that is keep answering people's valid questions, keep going out there, connecting with family doctors, pediatricians, talking to their patients. We're deepening that.
The state mandates affected nearly every aspect of private and public life. There are no longer restrictions on most workplaces and commercial businesses. Capacity limits are gone, even in malls, movie theaters, sports, and entertainment venues. Masks are no longer mandatory in most places, but can be required by individual stores or businesses. Now, you will still need to keep your mask, though. Don't just get rid of it yet. Some CDC mandates remain in effect. That means you will need a mask when you fly in an airplane, take any form of public transportation, whether it's a subway, bus, or a ferry like the ones here. Those will still be required. They'll also be required in all healthcare settings, from doctors' offices to hospitals, as well as in many schools. Now, Governor Cuomo made this major announcement, but did not take any questions from reporters afterwards. Those fireworks expected to set off at 9 p.m. tonight. That's the latest from Lower Manhattan. Lori, back to you in the studio.
All right, still a lot of questions. Lisa, thank you. Well, now that Governor Cuomo has lifted nearly all state-mandated COVID restrictions on commercial and social settings, many business owners are charting their own paths moving forward. Some business owners say that they're going to take a more cautious approach and be prepared for some resistance to embracing the governor's announcement. One restaurant owner in Manhattan says that COVID safety protocols will remain in place for now.
It's the customers. We're going to leave it up to them. We're going to, I guess, do it slowly. But I'm not sure exactly how people are feeling right now. You know, they're afraid, and some people are afraid, some people are not afraid. They're used to the system.
Well, many owners did say that while customer reaction to the restrictions being lifted is mixed, others are glad that things are quickly returning back to normal. While New York has reached a vaccination turning point, the nation is recording a sobering milestone as COVID-19 has now claimed more than 600,000 lives, with hundreds of Americans still dying every day. For continuing coverage on the pandemic, you can stream our newscast live from our Fox 5 NY News app. Just search Fox 5 NY in your app store and download it for free today.